Hi everyone, my name is Dov Ben Yaakov Kurtzman. I'm a clinical social worker, psychotherapist, ACL chapter leader, and ACT trainer. And I'm really thankful, first of all, to Richard for inviting me into this forum, and I'm especially pleased to be part of this panel. As I know, Jewish perspective in general is not widely known and sometimes misunderstood, but especially in the ACT world because we're a fairly closed group. We don't seek converts and we don't judge others or their faiths. So it's generally meaningful for me to be in a space of dialogue and curiosity. I'm really sorry I couldn't be there in person. Saturdays are the Jewish Sabbath, and it means I fast basically from anything work related and no travel, no technology, and quite a few other things on a Saturday. So I've recorded this in advance while I'm still permitted to touch a microphone. Now, asking a Jewish person to answer questions about faith and psychology is always a brave move. You'll get at least five questions in return, three digressions, and an answer that will be drawn out over the next 2 millennia. But I'll do my best to keep this short. So, from a conceptual point of view, the overlap between living in a Jewish way and acceptance and commitment therapy feels very natural. Both recognize struggle as being part of human nature rather than a flaw to be fixed. Both invite us to notice what's happening inside and hold it with compassion and keep moving forward towards what matters. The goal isn't perfection, it's presence. And a practice that resonates with people of faith, generally speaking, is pausing to notice what am I feeling, what am I avoiding, what action would express my values right now. And that's pure act, of course, but it also sits very well with the Jewish tradition and especially Jewish prayer, which is meditative and reflective in nature and invites us to check in with ourselves 3 times a day. Living Jewishly means having tens of mindful moments of gratitude every day. And these mindful moments are spoken out loud. So as soon as we open our eyes in the morning, as we get dressed, after using the toilet, before eating, after eating, when we see something beautiful in nature, or even if we meet a friend that we haven't seen in over a year. So there are many, many other mindful moments in daily life too that we acknowledge as we go through daily living. The question of do I find any objections? Well, really, no. Living Jewishly and the idea of evolution don't clash at all. In fact, the Hebrew Bible opens with the first paragraph basically describing evolution of the world much in the same way as science presents it. And what does slightly annoy me, though, is when ACT uses examples of like our brains were built to run away from lions and tigers, and now we have emails instead, you know. The truth is, there are still many humans on our planet who live as hunter gatherers, still facing threats from nature or from other people. And our brains still do what they have always done, which is to protect us. So we need to be careful, I think, about not to narrow down our understanding of evolution to a single story. Behavioral evolution is clear and ongoing, and the EEMM, amazing name, that model gives us a more informative way, I think, maybe to understand more deeply or more flexibly how that's understood. So for me, I see harmony, not conflict. My tradition reminds me that healing happens in relationship between people and between the finite and the infinite. Jewish tradition and science can talk to each other thoughtfully, slowly, and usually with food involved. At the heart, both are about awareness, compassion, and doing what matters, even when life is messy. So, thank you for listening to me. Have an amazing conference, and I hope to see you soon.